listen. I've been kept in isolation for 6 months. I've been kept away from the press. I've been buried by you. You've been talking for 6 months. I think it's my turn now.
Okay.
All right?
We got a court order that there won't be any press interviews.
Sure, there won't be any press interviews. You've given them out. I'm gagged. You're not.
Okay. Count
All right.
Binder will read your
I'll
right.
be heard.
By 1977, Ted Bundy was already one of the most wanted criminals in America. Investigators believed he was responsible for the disappearances and murders of numerous young women across multiple states. After years of searching, police finally arrested him. For the families of the victims, it felt like the nightmare was finally over. But what happened next shocked the entire country. Because Ted Bundy didn't escape prison once, he escaped twice, and after the second escape, the situation became far more dangerous than anyone could have imagined. Ted Bundy didn't fit the image most people have of a serial killer. He was intelligent, well-educated, soft-spoken, and often described as charming. To strangers, he appeared completely normal, but behind that carefully constructed image, investigators would later uncover one of the most violent criminal cases in American history. Throughout the 1970s, young women began disappearing across several states. Witnesses repeatedly described a friendly man who seemed trustworthy. That man was Ted Bundy. For years, he managed to avoid capture. And with every passing month, the list of victims continued to grow. In August 1975, a routine traffic stop in Utah changed everything. Police discovered suspicious items inside Bundy's vehicle, handcuffs, a crowbar, a ski mask, and other tools that immediately raised concerns. As investigators dug deeper, they began connecting Bundy to multiple unsolved cases. In June 1977, Bundy was being held in Colorado while awaiting trial. Unlike most defendants, he chose to represent himself in court. That decision gave him access to legal materials and library visits. On June 7th, while reviewing documents in a courthouse library, Bundy noticed something: an open window. Within moments, he made his move. Bundy climbed out of the window, jumped from the building, and disappeared. The escape stunned authorities. One of America's most dangerous suspects was suddenly free. A massive search operation immediately began. For 6 days, officers searched forests, mountains, and nearby towns. Eventually, Bundy was found exhausted and disoriented in the wilderness. He was captured and returned to custody. Many believed the danger had passed, but they were wrong. Back in jail, Bundy became patient. Rather than attempting another immediate escape, he spent months preparing. He deliberately lost weight. He studied routines, schedules, blind spots, and weaknesses in security. Everything was carefully planned. On the night of December 30th, 1977, Bundy put his plan into action. Using a small opening in the ceiling of his cell, he climbed into the crawlspace above. Because of the weight he had lost, he was able to squeeze through areas that would normally be impossible. For hours, he moved through the building unnoticed. Eventually, he entered the apartment of a jail employee. Then, he simply walked out. No alarms, no confrontation, no resistance. When authorities finally realized he was gone, Ted Bundy had already disappeared. The second escape created a national crisis. Unlike the first escape, Bundy now had a significant head start. He traveled across multiple states, used stolen identification, changed locations repeatedly, and avoided capture. In January 1978, those fears became reality. After arriving in Florida, Bundy was linked to a series of violent attacks that shocked the nation. The incidents attracted enormous media attention. Public pressure on law enforcement increased dramatically. On February 15, 1978, a police officer noticed a suspicious vehicle. When officers attempted to stop the driver, he tried to escape. A pursuit followed. Moments later, the driver was arrested. That driver was Ted Bundy. Over the following years, Bundy faced multiple trials. Evidence presented by prosecutors was extensive. Witness testimony, forensic findings, and survivor accounts all played important roles. Eventually, the verdict was delivered. Ted Bundy was found guilty. The story of Ted Bundy is remembered for many reasons. The crimes, the investigation, the victims, but one detail continues to stand out. Despite being arrested, despite being imprisoned, Ted Bundy escaped twice. Those escapes exposed serious weaknesses in the system and placed countless lives at risk. Today, the case remains one of the most studied criminal investigations in American history, not because of how it began, but because of how close one man came to getting away with it.